Hey guys, welcome back. So in my last video, I actually did a video on 5 foundations that I'm wearing in summer and you guys loved it and you wanted to see a video dedicated to 5 foundations I'm gonna be wearing in winter. So I thought, you know what, if that's what the people want, that's what they're gonna get. If you guys wanna see this tutorial right here, then it'll be up on my Instagram, so I'll have that link down below so you guys can go and follow me and we can talk and we can catch up and chit chat, you know. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so one foundation that I am going to be repeating in this video is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. This is my go-to summer, winter, no matter what. Especially in winter, this has a really, really nice satin to matte finish, so it doesn't have too much of that cakey kind of look. It looks like skin, it looks really, really healthy on the skin. The only thing I don't like about the matte and Poreless range is that here in Australia, the shades are fucking horrendous. It goes from like 120 to 220 and there's no in between shades, when in America, there's like all these other shades that we can use. So if you're in America, you're in luck, but if you're in Australia. Number 2 is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation Stick. This is in the shade 3, and as you can see, it is a really, really neutral undertone, which I love. I have a very, my skin's kind of fucked. I have more pink toned arms, unless I'm tan, then I'm more yellow toned. I have a more yellow face, pink neck, like I'm just a mutt of a person. So I really, really appreciate when brands have really neutral undertones to their foundations, and this is one of them. It's full coverage, medium to full coverage. You can sheer it out with like a oil underneath. If you do it that way, you will get a more sheer coverage, but if you're like me and you're a full coverage bitch, you can just layer this shit on. You guys know that I'm not the biggest fan of stick foundations. However, in my experience with stick foundations, this is the only one that doesn't actually slide on me anywhere near as much as some other foundations do. So if you are wearing a stick foundation that you want to last a hella long time, then the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear 24-hour foundation stick is amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, third is the MAC Prolongwear Foundation. This is my holy grail at the moment. This one here is kind of like the Maybelline Fit Me. It is one of the fewer foundations that does not budge on my skin. I still get smile lines and forehead lines at times. It depends like how hard I'm laughing, I guess. But overall, this is a very, very well put foundation. Once you put it on, it's not coming off, it's not gonna budge, it's not gonna move, it's not gonna go anywhere. Your contour is still gonna be on after 16 hours of wear. Like I used to wear this for 16, 17 hours non-stop. I would be working from 8 AM until 5 PM and then I'll go to the club. This is still on, my foundation was still on, everything looks perfect. If you struggle with creasing, then give this one a go 100%. Okay, then the last 2 foundations that I have are by L'Oreal. This one here is the Infallible Pro Matte. I'm repeating this one again because in winter, sometimes I want a more dewy look, sometimes I want a really matte look. So when I want to look matte, poreless, flawless, all the rest, this is the foundation that I go for. This is the Infallible 24-hour matte, and this is in the shade 20 Sand. Full coverage, matte finish. If you have oily skin, you're gonna love this. If you have normal to combination skin, I would say you won't have to use as much powder, or if any powder, just because it is so matte, and this does set on its own. So once you pop it on with your beauty blender, give it like a minute, do your brows or something, and then come back in and apply your blush and your bronzer, because it literally is a powder finish. You do not have to powder your cheeks when you use this. If you are very, very, very oily though, obviously you will have to, but in my experience, I have not needed to powder my cheeks at all when I use this foundation. Fucking love it. The last foundation that I'm gonna be talking to you guys about is the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover. Now this is very, 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 very similar to the Pro Matte. However, I feel like Pro Matte is a little bit more of a liquidy consistency, whereas this is more moussey. Did this separate? In the name Total Cover, this is probably one of the most full coverage concealers foundations, other than like MAC Full Coverage, that I've used. MAC Full Coverage is a cream and it's like the Studio Finish concealer from MAC, and that is amazing if you want to cover tattoos and whatever. I feel like you could definitely still cover tattoos with this. In fact, I kind of want to test it out. I'm gonna do like a line of eyeliner on the back of my hand, and then I'll come back and I'll conceal it so you guys can see what it's like. I find that this foundation, however, because it is that more of a moussey consistency, it does tend to slip a little bit more, so it's not as it doesn't stay as put as the Pro Matte, but it's still a really, really good foundation. So I'm gonna let that go ahead and set, but I'm gonna move on to some extras that you guys can use. So if you want that matte, beat face, but you don't want it to look too overdone, then the Benefit Porefessional Primer has been one of my holy grail primers for so long now. It is so amazing for filling in any fine lines, any pores. I have large as fuck pores on my face, especially around my nose, like they're fucking craters. And this has been my go-to for so freaking long now. It blurs the skin, it literally creates a filter over your skin. I did find a dupe of this as well, which is the other extra I'm gonna be talking about. My bad, my camera just died. This is the NYX Pore Filler. Pore Filler is definitely a lot more thick and it has more tack to it as well. So you'll find that when you blend it into like your face, you'll still have some left over on your fingers, so you just get like a makeup wipe it off, you're fine. But otherwise, literally almost everything about these two primers is the exact same. This is the Pore Filler. As you can see, it's a lot more thick and a lot more thick. As you can see, this one here is the Benefit Porefessional. By the way, these blend out completely translucent, so you don't have to worry about it going crazy on your skin. And this one here is a little bit more thick in consistency. I don't know if you can tell, I really hope you can. I find that when I want to blow my pores, pressing my primer into my skin makes the biggest fucking difference. And that's because if you were to swipe over it, it's just sitting on top, like flat as a layer on top of the skin, right? Whereas if you're pushing it into the skin, it's gonna become one with the skin and actually even out the texture. You obviously do not have to buy both. You can just get the NYX one or you can just get the Benefit one. It's totally up to you. Go and swatch them in store. Now, if you do have dry skin and winter is like the worst time ever for you because your skin is like alligator dry, that's when you wanna include an oil into your makeup routine. Now, I don't wanna see you using equal parts Farsali to equal parts foundation. It doesn't work that way. It's all about prepping the skin, priming it, and getting it ready for your makeup. You can even mix your oils in with your makeup if you want. I'll get into that in a sec. So, one of my favorite oils to use is the MAC Essential Oils. I also am in love with the Anastasia Hydrating Oil. These are such amazing oils because they do not irritate the skin. Use it after your moisturizer. So cleanse, tone, moisturize, serum, eye cream, whatever, then put on your oil. Let that sink in for about 20 minutes or so, maybe 15 minutes, get dressed, do whatever, do your hair. And then when it comes time to do your makeup, use a hydrating primer like the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. This is one of my absolute favorite primers that really hydrates and really moisturizes the skin. So you use something like this. And then if your skin is still quite dry after that, then you can mix in like 1 or 2 drops of your oil with your foundation. It makes your skin look so glowy and moisturized and healthy and supple. So I know I've been ranting about this oil for so fucking long, but it is really, really important if you do have dry skin to stay moisturized, obviously. Okay, so now that the eyeliner has completely, like, I guess, dried down, foundation, I'm gonna go about that much, pat it over. As you can see, it is a more thicker consistency though, so you are more prone to it moving around and creasing if you don't set it down really, really well. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any other top 5 recommendation videos that you wanna see, please let me know down below. I am gonna be filming my Best of Beauty 2017 video very, very soon. I can't wait to show you guys all of my favorites of the whole year. It's gonna be a long ass video, so get ready for that one. Anyway guys, I think this is going to be the last video before Christmas, so I hope you all have an amazing Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. I don't know what you like celebrate, if you celebrate anything. If you don't celebrate anything, happy 25th. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, my bad, the mailman was here. I don't know what I was talking about. I completely lost my train of thought, but I wanna thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys, and hopefully I will see you in my next one.